guys, it's me. Long time no see. I wanted to do one final video before the year ends. Just kind of summarizing because I didn't make a post about it, and I don't really even know what to say. So this is gonna be a little rambling probably, which you should be used to by now for me. 2016 was not a fantastic year. I did some fun stuff during the year, but overall it was a pretty stressful year. All things happening in the real world aside, because we all know that already sucks. Just for me personally, it was kind of rough. In 2016, I was still dealing with the fallout from me being fired from my job, and I guess I realized that because now this year I'm making less than half of what I used to make, that means I'm able to do less than half of the things I used to be able to do. So I've kind of been a homebody for most of 2016, not by choice, but because I don't really have the money to go out and see people that much. On top of that, a lot of my different friends groups aren't even near where I live right now. Like, everyone I'm super close with, or like people who I know are there for me a lot, are honestly people who are states away from me. And that's rough. It means I can't really go see them to travel because it's just too expensive. So that blows. And I can't even go out, like, in the city for a day to enjoy myself because it's too much money. Eating out is too much money. Traveling is too much. My lifestyle had become so accustomed to what I was making when I was working at the law firm, and now trying to adjust for that is tough. And it's not just like a small adjustment. Again, I'm making less than half of what I used to make, so it's a large adjustment, which means mostly I've been at home. And I'm not an introverted type of person. I like going out, I like doing things, I like seeing friends, I like to have experiences. I mean, that's why I didn't mind putting the effort in to go to Disney earlier in this year, because I knew it would be a good experience. I love Disney, and it's still probably one of the most fun things I did in 2016. Getting to go with Carrie was so enjoyable, and I'm so glad that I have all these memories with her, because she's definitely become a person that I've become closer to this year, and I'm really glad because she's been there for me a lot and has been super supportive as a friend. Not that other people haven't, just she comes to mind, of course, as someone who stands out in 2016 in particular. MagFest at the beginning of last year was also really fun. You know, I got to do Steins Gate cosplay with Jan, which had been a dream of mine for a couple years now, and I have those memories to look back on too, and I'm really glad about that as well. The rest of the year just kind of is not so great though, unfortunately. You know, halfway through the year I switched over from doing freelance with Athena's Wing to working at GameStop, which has come with its own set of stresses. Even though my coworkers are super great, my manager is probably the best manager out of every single job I've ever had in my adult life, completely. But it's stressful. You know, GameStop puts a lot of pressure on its employees to make quotas, but doesn't really pay them what they should be deserving to really push to make these quotas. And a lot of blame is put on the GameStop employees for the company's failures instead of the way that the company actually works as a point of its failure. Additionally to that, I've been dealing with a lot of stomach problems during this year as I've gotten older. I thought it was just my body decaying, but according to the multiple tests that I've been given, my stomach is perfectly healthy. Everything inside of me is perfectly healthy. But I'm internalizing my anxiety and stresses a lot. My doctor just flat out told me, your stomach problems are caused by anxiety. Not without being to TMI, it's just like I'll be blocked up for a lot of days, and then that turns into gastric pain in my stomach. And I've spent so many nights this year up all night because I'm in pain and miserable. And when you're up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, alone and in pain, it's hard to feel good about where your life is and what you're doing with yourself. So it's been a rough year of just me feeling bad about myself a lot. And I don't like to, because I know I'm inherently not a bad person. I may be not the best at reaching out to people sometimes because I struggle with having, deep relationships with people online. I'm much more of a come to my house or let's go hang out and I will show you how much I love you through my actions and my attention to you when I'm with you. And it's hard to do that online because when you're one-on-one with someone, it's easier to focus on them, but online it's one on 100, 200 people, all the different friends groups that you have, and it's hard for me to be able to spread myself out among everyone at all times. So sometimes I'll talk more consistently online with maybe just 1 or 2 people, and then a couple months later to be 2 or 3 different other people, and I'll just switch up between the people that I'm close with at any given time. Hopefully that doesn't frustrate too many of my friends because I do really care about people a lot. I'm just really bad at showing it. The other hard thing for me too this year was not being able to have my wedding and just facing the fact that I don't know when I'm gonna have it, and it really sucks. It really sucks. I've been engaged for 2 years and it's tough watching my other friends get engaged and have their weddings and being able to do that and me feeling like I can't have that same happiness. So it's been kind of a rough year. I want 2017 to be better, but I'm not gonna put all my hopes in this whole it's a new year, so that cleans the slate and it's completely different because blah blah blah, time is an illusion, calendar days are a social construct, yada yada yada, whatever. I get that. I know it's about the changes you make for yourself and the attitude that you approach things with. But I don't know, I still don't know what I want to do with my life, and that's not giving me a goal to work towards. And I know everyone always tries to be encouraging, and I appreciate everyone always being like, well, it's never too late to start or stop doing things now. And I get that. But I don't even have a jumping point. So it's rough. I'm gonna do whatever I can outside of that to make the best out of who I am and what I have in life and what I can do with myself and what I can do for other people. So we'll see what happens. January is looking fun so far, at least. I have MagFest in a week, which is great. I'm going to Alamo Draft House here in Brooklyn for the first time to see One Piece Film Gold, so that's cool. That's still a thing. That's an experience. I have I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it publicly online yet, but I'm doing a pretty cool secret game related thing a week after MagFest, so that's pretty neat too. And then I have another Distant Worlds concert at the end of January as well, so that's also really cool. And then there's other stuff. I know there's other stuff that'll come up during the year that'll be fun to do too. I'm looking forward to Carrie and Chris's wedding in February, Kingdom Hearts concert, which the closer it gets to the reality of that, I'm sure I will get more emotional, more excited about that. January also has a ton of a ton of stuff is coming out in January. So Series of Unfortunate Events, the Netflix series, is coming out in January. Voltron Season 2 is coming out in January. And Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is also coming out in January, so that's cool. I still have to play Steins Gate Zero. I still have to continue playing Pokemon. There are a ton of other video games on my list that I want to play. Like, I have stuff to do, and I have things that I'm excited about. It's just been hard motivating myself this year, because instead of using the extra time I have outside of work to get caught up on things, I end up just sleeping a lot, or feeling down on myself, or wishing I had other stuff instead of being appreciative for the things I have. I definitely have been a little selfish and unappreciative this year, so that's something I want to work on as well. In any case, I wish everyone a happy new year. I hope that everyone else who had a not so great 2016 has a better year, or that they're able to push themselves forward more to be able to make what they want of this year for themselves. And I wish all of us just strength and patience and kindness and love, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. So happy 2017, and I will see you in the new year. Take care, guys.